What's up, guys? Welcome back to Arkham Asylum Gaming. I'm picking up kind of where Harley and I left off, but also kind of where we left off in our solo videos we were doing. So I'm going to try to kind of bounce back and forth a little bit, be solo, but also try to be a solo player that's keeping up with where Harley and I have been at. The last solo, I know I didn't have either of these dinos. I believe we were taming our very first one. And I even got a second one here. Not too bad, but what we're running into is limited resources here. So getting a flyer obviously is going to open up a whole new world of map. But we also don't really like this location. We are pretty close to this, well, we're right on this river that comes up. Now, he's not here today, but just the other day, there was a massive Spinosaurus coming up and down this river right here. Now, if you keep a distance, they're not going to mess with you too bad, but I'm also starting to see some baryonyx moving around. We'll get some Therazinos over there, across the river, and they're not too bad, but you're a little bit limited. Once it gets a little bit deep like this, you got to watch. We're getting, there's a megalodon shark down there. We got some manta in the ocean. Oh, there we go, right there. We got piranha coming right up. Where is he at? Let's see if I can get him there. Yep, there he is. See, look at that. It's going to be kind of hard to cross this river without, being eaten. And that's not any good. At some point, sometimes you can kind of draw them away one way or the other. Saber-toothed salmon. But we're going to get, looks like down here is pretty clear, but you're just forced to really pay attention to everything in the water just to get across it so you can even explore any further than what you're at. So the flyer is going to help with that for sure. But we also want a little bit more access and a little bit easier way to just kind of move stuff around the map sometimes. There he is. That's what I wanted to make sure we got a good look at him. Piranha out here. Looks like he might not be able to crest this edge, but there we go. Nice deep well channel here. Let's get out of here, though. So, what I was thinking about doing was moving. But when you're first starting in this game, you're like, all right, well, this map seems to be pretty big. You haven't seen much of it, but you really don't have any idea how big it is. So just for a quick, just kind of overview of it, I'm going to, now I have my settings set so I can enable creative mode. And all this is going to do is just give me the ability to fly a little bit. I'm not going to use it for anything else. Just to kind of show you, there's that megalodon down there, and you can see how deep that's going to get in that ocean. And you can spend, months just exploring the ocean. I'm going to fly out here a little bit. All of this, there's something in there. I found it there. That's the edge of the map right there. That little spot. So, but you can follow right along this thing for quite a ways. Open that map up, see I'm at the bottom, but there's a lot of ocean out there. And you can spend quite a while in there. But what I thought a good idea for us to do would be to move. Now we're over here on the footpaw. Right here. That's the name of this island. Bring that back up. So the footpaw up in the top left corner, you can see I got my HUD, my extended hub on. Now there is a nifty little island. All the way, it's kind of hard for me, all the way in the bottom right hand corner of that map. That's Herbivore Island. Never gonna really have much to worry about as far as major dinos wanting to eat your face. So I'm just going to lightly fly over this way. You can see, walking this on foot it's going to take you a minute. So if you have a base or something like that, you're trying to move, you're going to need a few dinos with weight levels boosted for sure. Just a span, and that's if you're just walking on the beach. I mean, you got a whole jungle full of dangerous creatures on this side here. Multiple river crossings. There's an obelisk there. But there's our island over here. I thought maybe this would be kind of cool for us to just move over here, a little bit safer, just kind of show everybody a little bit of the map and a good way to move over here. This is always a super cool location to build. Once you get into taming lots of dinos, you're going to be breeding dinos, all that kind of stuff. This little kind of bay area right here is really good to block off, and you can breed your water dinos in this little area right here. So it's kind of, you get the best of both worlds. You get your ocean, you got some land, you can get flyers if you want to clear off the whole top section up here. This is just raised. Let's see if I can drop. So you got a nice kind of plateau around the whole thing. And not a single thing that's going to eat my face. Well, I guess, if you smack one of these things, yeah, they're going to come after you. Stegos are no joke. Trikes, these Ankies over here. I mean, you still don't want to poke the bear, that's for sure, but nice, nifty little setup. Lots of stone. Definitely lots of wood. No matter what, you're going to be flying for your metal, your obsidian, crystal, polymer, stuff like that. We're going to need to get that. And we might even be able to get into like how to make a polymer farm and stuff like that, which sounds a little harder than what it actually is. It is a lot of taming and breeding of a certain type of dino, being the penguin, which I think me and Harley did that in one of our videos. That's what you got to take down in order to get organic polymer. Organic polymer is going to be useful over regular polymer for a ghillie suit, which is awesome armor, especially if it's hot. It's got a cooling effect to it. So we're going to move over there. So we're just going to quickly come back over this way and hopefully not lag out too bad for everybody. Let's get back over here. Obviously, if you're playing the right way, you're not going to be cheating. You're not going to be using this. And I'm not a big fan of this area, this swamp right here. It's nasty. Full of sarcos, which is a giant alligator. Let's see if we can get titan boas. I don't see anything in here at the moment, but they're around. So let's get back over here to the football. So you do got to be careful in creative mode as well, but we're going to get rid of that. We're going to play the right way here. So, something to think about is when you're in your engrams, you're going to see, it's pretty early on, I got to see where it's at here. Bam, level 16, a wooden raft. Now these things can be so useful. It's still showing me all the tech engrams for some reason, probably because I toggled creative mode on. Eventually this is the stuff that you're going to be able to do. Cloning chambers, you're going to have a full tech suit, and you can see, infrared and view under the water and all kinds of cool stuff. Got awesome lights and super cool structures. This thing right here is going to be the most important thing you're probably ever going to have, the tech replicator. And a tech transmitter, which we're going to talk about soon when we get back onto the server. We're going to show you what an obelisk is for, not just to summon your bosses and stuff like that. It also is going to allow you to transfer from map to map without losing your character either, I might add. So anything on you, say I open up this inventory, anything on me is going to go. You can transfer map to map. When we started, there was only, 6, 8 maps, something like that. And we got into it, a little bit later. We're not day one people, but So let's see, can we build this raft? Yes, we can. We already got the stuff for it. Fiber, hide, and wood. Pretty simple to build. It's nothing crazy out of the ordinary. Alright, and there it is. But you need to make sure that you are close to the water's edge, because this thing can be kind of a pain to drive. Might even have to stand in the water a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. And I think if I just click it, yep, it's just going to automatically throw that sucker right on down. So, get up on here. There you go. Got a little raft. You're just going to click on this thing to drive it. Now, one thing I can't stand is that sail being in the way, but luckily, they actually give you the option to come up to this thing. Oh, maybe I have to do it to this. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so options and hide sail. And this is just, you know, holding triangle down. Bam, hide sail. Look at that. Gone. It can just get in your way a little bit when you're moving. And now this thing is not easy to drive either, but it does give you a little bit of mobility. Once you get out in the open, it can be okay. It's just, you gotta get used to the controls. And it's more of a forward thing than, you know, than anything. If you're real light, there's that megalodon, which I'm hoping that we do not get into super deep water and get taken out by a lead. I don't know how to say the whole thing. It's like leady shit. There's Shithoris or something. Consider it like a great blue whale. The thing is massive, and they will take you out quickly. Megalodon, they can bump you, knock you off the raft, and next thing you know, you're swimming around in the middle of the ocean, fighting for your life. So, but one thing to note is if you got a base to move here, you know, let's just go. What we need here is some wood to make a normal storage box real quick. Get a little bit of that. Now I'm about to be corrected or stand corrected. Let's see. Maybe I'm right. I just build one of these real quick just for show. Storage box there. Trigger. Okay, now you can put some stuff on here, but you gotta watch that right there. So you guys gonna keep jumping. You're limited space a little bit. And it took us a few minutes, but you can build on this thing. And there's a way that you can, sink your foundations is what it's called. And you can make it so that your floors are even with the actual raft. And you can do some just amazing builds on make a whole boat. I mean, there's other YouTube videos of yachts and, people that play on PC with mods and things like that. You can get pretty creative with a build like this. I've even seen a modular base where somebody had it so that they could get on a raft. They had a massive structure built, say right here, and the other half was attached to a raft, and they could get on the raft, turn, leave, and they had another section built, let's just say it was over there, but it was on the complete other side of the map that they could pull this base right up to, and kind of had like a parking spot, and it bumped right into the other one, and they took majority of their stuff with them everywhere they went. Pretty nifty. Me, I'm not that crafty. We're going to show you just something easy to do for early game here. I mean, this is, you're just starting out. You're like, all right, yeah, I know. How am I going to be able to fit as much stuff as I can on here? Maybe you got some, we don't have cryopods yet. I know me and Harley showed in our other video what a cryopod is. I don't have those. I'm a ways off from those. But, you know what? I got a couple land dinos. I'm going to have to get them around versus just leaving them here. How many did I make? 6. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, now you can go about this a couple different ways. I kind of like to back up like this. If you hold down touchpad on PlayStation, you can go to toggle orbit view right here. Now you have to hold it down and use your right stick to select that thing. But now you can kind of toggle your orbit view like that. Unfortunately, sometimes, let's see. Let's see if we can get this sucker placed down. Oh, it's not showing it. See, it used to show it. So we're going to get out of that view. Okay, so. But just something easy to do is just try to line up the center of this with your, so you can kind of see in the light kind of colored area. I try to just line it up with the center of that, the rudder there. Place foundation down. Place another one down. Place another one. Now, if you quickly get to it, see it pick up allowed for 20 seconds on single player. I'm just going to pick that one up. It's just going to lift you up out of the water just a tiny little bit more. I kind of like to do one of these. Just kind of raises it up a little bit. Gives you a little bit of a platform, but you can still kind of sink down in here. Then, on top of that, what you can do... Now, of course, it does waste one foundation, but it's kind of worth it. On this, if you want... What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So our press and square will work just fine. So we'll do it because we can. If you need, oops, this little bit of extra space, a little cheat way. Snap a ceiling to that foundation. And you can do it on each one of these. There's 4. Alright. Now we can do this all the way around if we really want. Let's do it again. Now again, I'm not going for, hey, this is an immaculate build, and nothing like that. I'm going for, hey, I just started this game. This is what I could do. And right now, we're not worried about looks. We're not worried about anything. We're just like, hey, just get me out of here. All right, now, technically, I mean, I could just pick this whole base up, bam, and move it on there. Here on a single-player map, you don't have to really, worry about moving this base. But, what if I have stuff that, hey, I can't make all that stuff? Well, I got extra stuff in here. I have all these supplies, things like that. Now I'm in the position that I can make some stuff. So I always kind of like to do at least 2 sets of stairs. And what are we going to need here for this storage box? More wood. Always running out of wood. A little bit from there. Oh, it's not a regular tree. A little bit from here. Oh, I forgot. Don't run into your own wooden spikes. I did that because of that Spino. I was a little nervous he was going to come down and come after us a little bit, but whatever. Alright, so it's always kind of cool. Now all this stuff's going to stay on this raft when I take off. Honestly, I'm not really sure how I'm going to get it out of here, though. I might have built it a little too close, but you kind of get the idea. Alright, get in here. And then just kind of think about, you know, alright, well, you know, what exactly do we want to do here? We got to move. So we're going to need some storage. Not little storage boxes. Even these are, man. When we get up into making a vault and you have, what are these, 48 items of storage, I think, in these boxes. Oh, look. So, kind of try to keep them in a little bit. That way, you know, it might look a little funky at first when you start plopping these suckers down. But if they're way out on your ceilings, I mean, that's going to give you some extra room, but put stuff out there you don't care about. I mean, if something's going to break, that's going to be damaged first. Lose a campfire, lose a torch, you know, something like that. Storage, that's important. Try to keep it a little more close to the middle. I'm getting attacked. So I'm going to just do this. Now, if you place the first one down, you can see that all I'm doing is just kind of looking down a little further. What in the world is coming after us? We got an Icky Thesaurus or whatever this thing's called. He's annoying. He steals your stuff. Anything he can reach, he's gonna come and get it. Alright, so we're just gonna run. Little sissy. Gonna run like a little sissy girl. Alright, there we go. And of course it's dark. Why wouldn't it be dark? Trying to do something. It's gonna get dark. Right. Now he's probably not gonna go away. Just so you know, he's not. There's the rain. You might be able to shoot him down. We'll see what's up. But if you hold back too long, you're gonna start getting those shakes. So sometimes, yeah, just a cheat way, so you're not wasting an arrow. Just kind of roll your thumb over and bump the circle button and open your inventory up. He's just gonna drop his bow back down. Maybe he'll leave. We'll see. Let's wait a minute. He's a circle in there, I'll tell you that. I don't know. Danger Boy Link has been just dying to go hang out with Mom at work. I was gonna say, I just pop a shot randomly. I would have died if I actually got him. He knows where I'm at now. Oh. Got him. Look at that. Where did he go, though? Oh, look at that. Let's drag him. Nothing like a little morning bird stew. Alright, he's done so. So, let's get in here. Let's see what else we can get. I think we need some torches. Plant. Oh, good lord. I think I got some stashed away, yep. Now, early game, you know, some of these resources are super easy to just get, stockpile. You're not really worried about it too much, but kind of good to do one of those. Let's get a campfire going. And then something super simple to do is, we know we still got to worry about the heat, You know what I mean? The shade, comfort of your guy here. So I kind of like to, it's fence support. Where's my door frames? I'm looking for a double door frame right here. Here we go. Wooden double door frame. So let's see if we can build 19. Let's go with 4 of these. And just, for some reason, thatch actually, I mean, it's not really for some reason. I mean, thatch actually stays cooler than a wooden structure. So if we did that, 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 4 of these. I forgot that Icky started hitting us, but if you look, how I just kind of started to look down, stacking your storage boxes this way, even when you get into a big structure, I mean, I gapped mine a little bit more than I normally would here. Sometimes you can get them hugged, right up to around here. You can still access these things from the side. So, I mean, you could essentially take, this entire wall right here, say this was a wall, go all the way down that thing. This is going to be your main storage for a pretty long time. You got 45 items per, but, designate one to all stone, all flint, all chest pieces for armor, all head pieces for armor. You're going to end up with a lot of these things. So, alright. Now again, I like to make sure I can see. Put a torch in each corner here. Let's access these things. I don't even know if I have enough spark powder, so we don't need them to burn very long. So we're just going to pop in 25 wood, because wood will work in a torch as well. It's like campfire, forges. Really just campfire and forge, I think, is the only other thing. Oh, wait, cooking pot, yeah. So, alright, so we're going to light these up. I think we got one more over here. Oh, look at that. Not too far apart. Pretty good distance. And we can see all over our raft now. So, now something that is these door frames. You're kind of looking, it's not like, we're not on PC, we don't have any, like, mods going on here. Take 2 door frames, stack them. Just to, you kind of get, you're just getting, like, the pass-through effect. Now, right here is kind of pointless to do that because I got these boxes, but you get the idea. Let's smack up some roof here. There we go. Stick one off the back right there. There you go. Got a little shaded area. And I mean, of course, you can do, a whole lot more. One is probably, or even double stacked is kind of a little bit high, but no big deal. We got some storage boxes on here now. You don't want to, you're not going to want to leave your, your mortar and pestle supplies behind normally. So, you can probably leave the spoiled meat. Eventually it is going to disappear, but so we're going to take that. Now, on a server, they usually have pickup enabled, but, right here, all I can do is demolish. So, same thing, I think, with the bed. Yeah, I can rename it, demolish, that's it. Your campfire is all going to be the same. Preserving bin. So, a lot of the stuff it's going to have to stay. So, versus me sitting there, now, normally, you're going to be taking the time. You're going to have to take, well, L1 will take all this stuff out of this storage box and put it on you. But then you could worry about your being encumbered, your weight being too high, stuff like that. So I'm not going to do that because I know we can get a lot of this stuff pretty quick. And I'm going to take the metal, the oil, and the silica pearls. Those are extremely important things. Fiber, easy to get. Ooh, black pearls. I forgot I even got those. And that was just when I was trying to kind of catch up in some of the stuff that me and Harley were doing in our videos. Although, this preserving bin right here, I'm taking all this. I want the spark powder, I want all that stuff. I can always make more because I have a mortar and pestle here, I have a bed here, campfire, you know, I even have a little bit of resources right here I can add on. Playing single player, not too bad. If a server allows you to have more than one base on a map, which usually they limit you to 2 reasonable sized bases on one map, sometimes it's cool to have just like a little outpost like this. You're playing single player, put them all over the place, you know, and legit just go, okay, I can easily get, you know, a ton of this stuff. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of hide, I'm going to take one thing of flint, you know, are we doing okay on wood? Go check what you got. Yeah, we got plenty of wood, we'll be okay, leave some structure stuff, good to go. If you really have to move completely, then yes, you're going to be taking everything out, going back and forth, all that kind of stuff. But let's get this thing out of the way. Alright, there we go. Now the reason that I like to do the steps like that is because, like I said, what if I'm trying to move? I should have made one more over there. It's a little uneven. Alright, it's going to drive me nuts. I got to do it. Where are they? Did I pass them? I did. Right there. Right, one more. Okay. There we go. Now we're a little more even. So, good to go. We're evened out. They can get in the way, but the steps are for this guy. So, Parasaur first dino for a lot of people. Super easy to tame. You can, be honest with you, sometimes you can just, you know, use the bola, which is this thing. Oops. Oh, I'm gonna die. It's okay. Be alright. But use the bola, rope, 3 rocks, get that sucker spinning, and you can whoosh, tie up its legs, and a lot of times you can just run up to it and just start punching it in the head until you knock it out. And then it's going to be a berry eater. I forgot I didn't put any points in this thing yet. I'm also carrying a lot of stuff, so let's get his weight boosted up. Stamina. Oh, wow, he's got good stats. Now remember, I did boost my stats to make sure. Wow, well, look at that melee damage. Now you're not going to find stuff like that, like ever. Some really boosted servers, yes, you will, but I mean, look how funny this guy looks when he's moving. That's just him walking. Oh yeah, look at him go. Alright, so we'll slow back down here. But steps for land dinos. Now obviously, you know, I'm not looking to get a ton of stuff on here. This is early game, I need to move. That's what I gotta do kind of thing. Oh man, am I stuck? Great. I have to demolish the thatch ceiling so I can get out. He's too tall. We can put another one back on. His head might stick through it, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll have to demolish it when we get there to get him off there, but either way, all good. But this guy can fall off as well, so that's something to think about. Oh man, I forgot I picked all that stuff up. He can't even carry me anymore. How's the biggin? I'll keep that stamina up. This guy's melee damage, oh wow, with 30,000, holy crap. There's his health up a little bit. He's still not going to be able to move me. But you get the idea. We can always come back and fly this guy. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do it either. Some way up. Oh, this guy's stamina is terrible. So we'll come back and get the flyers, not a problem, but you kind of get the idea of just, hey, look, I got a little bit of shade, I got some storage. You know, you can, I mean, we can, you know, plop down a campfire. We can be, you know, we can, let's roast some meat while we're driving. Put some meat on. Cool. Got a little bit of wood. Bam, there we go. All right, cool. Now we're cooking while we're driving. Got steps up front, get our dinos on. Now let's see if we can even get this thing out of here. Drive. No, it's just a hard push, even if you're hitting the land. There we go, look at that. That always cracks me up though, the fires just... So, alright, bye house. See ya. Now let's see if we can make it over to Herbivore Island without getting attacked by a lead. Now if this thing is in the water, I might quickly jump over and turn creative mode back on, just so you guys can get a sweet look at how big this thing is. Because this thing is huge. I think it was a day or two ago I was playing, just trying to catch this this character up for kind of a point that Harley and I have been at with you guys, and just even for myself to have anything kind of remotely close to what we've been showing you guys. And there was one in the right next to that little bay area on Herbivore Island where we're heading right now, and I was like, oh, that is so massive, I forgot. You do gotta kind of watch. There can be some rocks sticking up. Sorry. I do got Harley messaging me. Danger Boy Link is with her at work, so I'm honestly curious to see, is he gonna make it? He has been demanding, he wants to go hang out at Mom's work. So, and she's got an awesome boss who always tells her that of course he doesn't mind. And Lincoln is well, he's a Sour Patch Kid, the real Sour Patch Kid. He can be your best friend for the day, but the next day, man, boy, he can be your worst enemy. But he's a good kid. For a 4-year-old, I mean, he's pretty cool. And he does play some ARK with us, too. It's always kind of funny. Of course, I do have to make him a solo and put him in creative mode so he's not going to die and he can fly around, and all he wants to do is go hunting for dinos, but hey, if that gets him into it and gets him the mechanics of it, is what it is. So, and that's what we do. We all game. We actually didn't get into gaming really hard until we had a nice pandemic COVID shutdown. Then we had all kinds of time to game. So, and it is not the only thing that we do, though, that's for sure. We're just simple people doing these videos just because it's fun, and hopefully you guys get some entertainment out of it. This is a long, stupid drive, though. We might have to cut some of this out. This is dumb. We're actually relatively close now. Alright, we're back. We're almost there. almost there. Crappy thing is the sun is blinding and I can't see. Let's see if we can go. Let's turn this gamma down a little bit. It's probably not going to be perfect or anything, but zoom that. Yeah, it's not a whole lot better. What's going on? Open the map up. There you go. Just kind of point of reference here is where we're at on the map. Well, first person view. All you have to do, by the way, just if you're on a flyer or your raft, if you want a first person view, tap R1. Probably, what is that, right bumper on your Xbox, I believe. You'll get into that first person view, but if I'm on a flyer or a raft, anything like that, I'm not into the whole first person view, especially I mean, look at how limited that site is. That's what I got to go off of. Every time you move the camera, you're turning anyways. Now, if you're in a tight spot, trying to like maneuver around something, then yeah, it might be kind of useful. Pop into that first person view so you can kind of see where the front of the raft is. But I mean, you shouldn't. If you're in that tight of a situation, then you probably already screwed up enough that you're gonna have to really work at getting that thing out of there. So, unfortunately, I don't know. I mean, if you're playing ARK, you're probably into survival type games. So maybe you played Stranded Deep, or you're thinking about playing Stranded Deep. Super cool game. It's definitely more I need to survive aspect than ARK is, because ARK's got, you know, the dinos and all this other stuff, and a lot more into it. But as far as hardcore survival games go, or building a raft with a survival game, Stranded Deep, you can jump off your raft and you can actually push it a little bit. For some reason in ARK, they don't let you push your raft, I don't think. I have to check it and see if it came in an update. This is where I'm afraid we're going to get nailed by a lead. I'm really surprised we have not gotten bumped by anything yet. It's pretty deep right here across this. I mean, we're close to land, but it's real deep. Kind of a decent sized drop off comes off this. And you get into some of the other maps. Ragnarok is probably one of the most popular maps for anybody. And honestly, it was a free map. I don't think they ever thought it was going to take off the way it did, but Ragnarok, the ocean on Ragnarok is a lot of fun to go mess around in. Super deep spots. Lots of cool stuff to look at and discover. Tons of creatures. And the other map, the center, I believe was also free. Yeah, it was free. That has a really cool ocean biome as well. Is that a spot of land right there we almost took out? Alright, there's our island. So we're hoping. Let's get there already. I think I can get in on this side. Oh, I don't remember. I don't know if I'm getting this little raft in there. I guess we'll find out right now. It's the worst thing that can happen, right? I just get stuck. Demolish the raft, and you guys get to watch me do it all over again. Okay, I made it, but I should have kind of cut out that way. But there we go. Look at that. Cooking lunch on the way in. Right up here, yeah, you can kind of see the sand right here at the front of the raft kind of start to change. It's going to get kind of shallow right here. This is where I might get the raft stuck, but whatever. And there we go. We'll stop right there. And look at that. We made it. We're going to go over here. I guess I didn't really need these torches going in the middle of the day, but whatever. sometimes traveling at night, but I don't recommend traveling when it's like pitch black. Turn your gamma up if you can, for sure. You can do it, but it's a little sketchy. Campfire, see what we got. Look at that, we got 30 pieces of meat cooked. I'll take these. Oops, wrong button. Dang it. Oh well. Let's let the fire burn out. What do we got here? Oh. That is a nice PT. And we'll just jump off. And look at that. Not deep water. Our weird looking parasaur. Now I did come over here a little bit ago and I just kind of got started setting up a little something so we didn't have to get here and build this whole structure all over again, and I went with stone. So I'm going to bounce back into creative mode here just for you guys. And you know how Harley is with her trees? I'm telling you, she loves trees. I mean, if you're going to make a sign on a server that says, "Don't touch my trees," that would be Harley. So, but this nifty little kind of horseshoe shape here. It's got lots of stone around it. You can usually get right up tight to the walls and cut a lot of this stuff down that was here. So I opened it up a little bit already, but it's, you know, kind of well protected in here too, you know, without worrying about any, you know, big, mean, scary dinos coming after you. I mean, it's a pretty ideal location, and look at that. There's that kind of sandbar I was talking about right here along the cursor. Get out here and you gate this off. We're in creative mode, so it's just dived right down in the water. You got just deep enough water to breed a few things. It's kind of hard in creative mode. I don't move so fast. Hopefully it picks up well for you guys, but there we go. There's the lead. Awesome. Look how big that sucker is. Now he's probably going to try to attack me, but I'm in creative mode, so I mean, this guy is huge. They are not tameable at all. I believe they're all going to be level 1s as well. But yeah, you see the size of that sucker. And there's a megalodon right there behind it. Now, this thing is a pretty big shark, but I mean, look at that thing. He's going to come after us, but it's alright. There we go. Those things will just destroy a raft. And these over here are, I believe they call them Cnidaria in ARK, but it's all it is a jellyfish. Some dolphins. Other kind of icky. Those are super cool. Lots of fun to ride. You can boost the speed on those things. Whoo, man, you can get cooking across the ocean. Definitely a lot of fun. But success. So now you know how you can kind of move spot to spot. I mean, you don't even have to do anything like I did here. I mean, that's just to like move a base. Like I said, I'll teach you guys how to, you know, sink foundations and, you know, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, this looks kind of silly, right? You know, you got foundations sticking on top of a raft, doesn't look very good, but you can make it so that those foundations, that layer right there, the top, you can sink it so it's just sitting kind of more like right around this one. That's kind of the top of the raft, but you can sink it in. One thing to keep in mind though is if you do want to learn how to do that, we'll definitely do it. And just remember that the foundation ends up sinking lower than the raft. So you got to watch. You can't quite get it into this shallow of water. So, you know, it's still a foundation. It's still got, you know, the rules of life and that it has to follow. So it will bump into things and stuff like that. But still can get pretty cool. So, but success, we're here. I even made this, I'll even take you in here real quick before we cut this one out. I did a little circle. I mean, it's not a perfect circle. There is a way you can make a perfect circle in ARK. And actually, to be honest with you, I'd probably have to have you watch Harley do it. She does it a lot better. But to get just kind of the gist of a circle down, it's not that bad. A lot of people make it out worse than it needs to be. But the easiest one is start with triangles. Oh, I'm in creative mode, so that that actually works out okay. So we'll just, here, let's just do it out of Adobe. That's fine. Start with 6 triangles. And you're also going to want, is this Adobe Foundation? Yeah. You're also going to want, what is it? I think 5 of these. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I should have done it twice, so it's 10. But we'll just go up over here real quick so you can kind of get the idea. Just an easy way just to add some character to your build. It can be pretty cool. Oh, dang it, I forgot. It's going to make 100 at a time. We're going to get rid of those. So wherever the point of this triangle is, like kind of say, okay, I need that to be kind of the middle. Just line that up. Don't line it up at like your face. I made that mistake for a long time, and I still do it all the time because I just forget. So, bam, first triangle down. One there, and you're just going to bring it around like that. Now, on the end of every flat side, put a square foundation. But don't do it like that. It's got to be on the flat side. Flat side, and what's that? One more. Bam. And then just go, bam, right back to your triangles. Fill each empty spot in with that. So, and again, it's not a perfect circle, but it does give you some character to your build, because now, I mean, you can just, okay, well, you know what, I want to go this way, like this, and then just, you know, okay, well, you line that up, you got a square here, switch back to your triangles. Got a triangle there, and you can just kind of look at it. So if you're looking at it this way, okay, you got one triangle on each side, but then you're just going to go right back to a square. So you're going to do the opposite. Triangle. Oh wait, I already did the triangle, my bad. So this one should be a square. Square. I don't know if this is going to cut into it or not. And then you're just kind of bouncing back every other one. You're going to get that same type of look you got on the other one. Not a perfect, but a little character to it. Always fun. Oh, this is probably where I should be putting it in the hotbar. Oh my God, stop, Bronto. This thing's huge. It's in my way. Now, if it wants to, it will destroy my stuff, but just leave it alone. It won't, like, it'll just kind of render through your structure. There we go. Stick to our triangles here. Bam. There you go. No big deal. And, you know, then you can just, okay, you know, I'm going to keep these, you know, just stick with the squares, and let's, you know, build up over maybe to here, and then do the same thing. Put, you know, towers on each end, and you just get wild, let your imagination go. Lots of fun, and we'll get into, like I said, much better builds here eventually, but right now we're just looking to make sure you guys are surviving as long as you can. All right, so we're going to wrap this one up for right now, and next time we get in, hopefully we're getting, you know, we'll get everything moved over here, and we're going to start looking into some better tames. We want to get some RGs going. Good for weight reduction, a little boost they got. And we're going to get into doing some fun stuff. We need to get some Rexes soon. We need to gear up to do some boss fights, I think, here soon. Now, it's going to take a while, but at least it kind of shows you the process of what you got to do to get into how to breed, how to tame, what dinos to tame, certain dinos for cave runs, boss runs, everything. And we're going to start getting into some fights. We're going to go around and pick a fight just for funsies. So, well, thanks a bunch, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, These things aren't possible without you guys, anybody watching, so we really appreciate it. So thanks a bunch. Till next time, see ya.